What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Hopefully, everyone's having an amazing day. 2 days, swell event, absolutely amazing. The announcements, everything that came out of there was super bullish. And Brad Garlinghouse message to end the show was everything everything and anything that XRP needed to hear. I think that's the saying. Look, Ripple just dropped something absolutely massive. No one's connecting the dots. No one's really talking about it. You got David Sachs out there is talking about great progress on crypto laws. And we just saw Ripple on stage with the White House, and they told you the same exact thing. Trump, in the meantime, is preparing a big speech for today. And right after that, folks, we got the Ripple Prime trademark going live, tied directly to the same structure Wall Street uses to move billions of dollars. If you think this is all coincidence, you're not paying attention, because this isn't some random news. This is the start of the next XRP move that is going to melt faces. And when I tell you it's going to melt your face, it's gonna melt your face. Without further ado, let's get into this. We got a lot to unpack. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and press that thumbs up. The more thumbs up we get, the more YouTube will promote the video. It's the ultimate way and the freest way to support the channel. But guess what? If you don't want the free way to support the channel, you can join the ad-free club. It's at the bottom of every video. Hit join. It's $5 a month. You get the videos with no ads. Why not? Prices. Let's do it. Not too much has changed from yesterday, right? Total cryptocurrency market cap's up almost 3% at 3.46 trillion. Bitcoin's over 103,000. XRP's 229. ETH is 3,400. Your altcoin season indicator stating at 24 out of 100, meaning Bitcoin's still dominating the market. Fear and greed still sitting at 20. I mean, it's super low. I have seen it in single digits. Do we go to a single digit? I don't know. We would need another wipeout across these markets. And your average crypto RSI, it's at a 45. So it's pretty much at a neutral stance. We rather see it oversold, because that would indicate that we are going to go higher next. Just all eyes on the market, right? Be safe out there. If you're trading, good luck. These are very volatile markets. I don't know how you do it. But let's start with this. Just in, crypto czar David Sachs, he says we got great progress on crypto market structure legislation. That phrase alone, it should light up your radar. Here's why. Market structure is what determines who controls liquidity. Right now, that's Wall Street. That's DTCC. That's your prime brokers. That is your custodians. The second you apply this same framework to crypto, guess what? XRP becomes the plumbing of the new system. Sachs isn't talking theory here, everyone. He's talking about laying rails for a $1 trillion market. Ripple Prime already mirrors the prime brokerage model. This same setup Goldman Sachs and Citadel uses to clear trades, but is being rebuilt for tokenized assets. Remember, you can't have market structure without liquidity, and you can't have liquidity without XRP. For those of you who don't know, and I covered this yesterday, and I'll probably cover it in the second video of the day, Citadel just dropped 500 million into Ripple. Citadel controls 40% of all trading done on the NASDAQ. They are the most successful brokerage in US history. Why do you think they're getting involved with Ripple right now? You understand what's going on, right? We'll let that sink in for a second. And I'll cover this in the second video today. I'll go deep into that so you really understand. We'll leave you with a little cliffhanger on it. And then this, President Trump teasing a big speech today about the US economy. You don't telegraph something like this unless it meant to signal confidence, right? And in Trump's world, confidence equals markets. Last time we saw this kind of setup, Bitcoin ran over a 10x from its lows. This time, the political tone completely different. Pro-business, pro-innovation, pro-crypto, right? It's no longer about banning or regulating everyone. It is about rebuilding your financial dominance using US infrastructure. And ask yourself the question, who's already positioned for that? The answer is simple. It's Ripple. Ripple's been quietly integrating with Mastercard, WeBank, Gemini, the trifecta of payments, banking, and exchange, right? And we get to this. Did you catch this yesterday? I tweeted about it. I put it out there, 5 p.m. yesterday. Trump came up to the pedestal and he says, look, I won't say it. Let him say it.
We're making the United States the Bitcoin superpower, the crypto capital of the world, and the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence.
There you go. Suddenly it all clicks together when your president says it, right? Ripple's not fighting the system. Ripple is becoming part of it. That superpower quote isn't just about Bitcoin. It is about digital dominance. Because while everyone's watching ETFs, Ripple's been building out Ripple Prime, RLUSD, and institutional on and off ramps in the background. Ripple plus the White House equals liquidity, which meets legitimacy. That exact combo is going to turn your speculation into infrastructure. Because we're going to segue into this. Everyone heard about this. Weston who? That's what they're saying in these parts of the woods. Weston who? Yeah, good luck, Western Union. Congratulations. Well, I mean, good for Western Union, right? They got paid $25 million. They don't have to do anything. And Solana's going to integrate into them. Put out a tweet yesterday just comparing Western Union and Solana. I mean, I think it came out to, and don't quote me on these numbers, but they'll be pretty close. Western Union did like, I think it was like 380 billion a year. And Mastercard did 9.7 trillion. You see the difference here? It's a pretty big gap. So this one, it kind of got buried on the Swell's headlines, right? Ripple ended up teaming up with Mastercard, WeBank, and Gemini to bring RLUSD stablecoin settlements to the XRP ledger. You're probably thinking, Rip, but they're using the stablecoin. Why not XRP? Look, if it uses the XRP ledger, XRP gets used. Now, whether XRP is going to be that final off-ramp here or if it's just going to be a gas token, when we're talking about 9.7 trillion in annual volume, even 1% of that's going to give you 97 billion. 97 billion. 97 billion is more volume than the 24-hour trading volume that XRP gets. Well, pretty close. 138 billion, if I'm right? 1,000 million billion. Oh, excuse me. 5 billion. And we're talking, so we got 5 billion trading volume in 24 hours. And if we get 1% of Mastercard coming through the XRP ledger, you're looking at 97 billion. So it would outweigh the total trading volume that the XRP ledger does. Let that sink in real quick. And we obviously know about Gemini. I'm telling you, man, Gemini's flipping slowly over from Bitcoin only with the Winklevoss twins, and they're really getting embedded and involved with Ripple and the XRP ledger. I see it. I see it coming. So we see them setting up a tri-party system right here that's going to replace Swift settlements. That's exactly what this is. Use RLUSD, no need for the Swift banking system. We'll settle in and out, and Gemini's waived all fees on it. Every card swipe, every merchant payout, every digital transfer, it could settle through RLUSD on the XRP ledger rails. This isn't DeFi yield farming. This is the new backbone of money movement. I made the analogy before when, your Apple Pay first came out in your supermarkets and your stores around the world. People looked at it and stared at it like, what is this? Who's going to use their phone to make a payment? Now that's all people do. You don't see cash. You just see everyone tapping their phones. That is exactly how crypto is going to be integrated into the backend. And it's going to be running on the XRP ledger rails. So it's going to happen in seconds. Everything's going to be done. Mastercard, they're going to be saving a crap ton of fees. These stores are going to be saving those 3 to 4% merchant checkout fees, right? And it's all going to be done through your phone. There'll be an app that's integrated just like Apple Pay, and people are going to tap it, and crypto is going to be used, and people aren't going to even notice it. And then we get this, Ripple Prime, the smoking gun, the trademark filing. So we got Ripple Prime International Classification Insurance, Financial Affairs, Monetary Affairs, and Real Estate Affairs. Translation, it's not a wallet. It's definitely not a side project. It is a global prime brokerage platform. The same way that BlackRock's Aladdin system controls asset flows, Ripple Prime will control tokenized liquidity, FX, treasuries, bonds, and yes, of course, XRP. Look, Hidden Road, that was your code name. Ripple Prime is the activation. And if you're wondering who it's built for, well, I want you to look at who's actually invested into this. Fortress, Citadel Securities, Galaxy Digital, Pantera, and Bravid Howard. Those are the world's elite liquidity pools, now all flowing through Ripple, which brings us to this. Because this is the confirmation, this is the statement that you as an XRP holder wanted to hear. Listen.
All right, with that, I'm going to end with Ripple has been ready for this moment. The XRP community has been ready for this moment. I'm thrilled you are on this journey with us. It is definitely happening. Thank you very much.
He says, I am thrilled you are on this journey with us because it is definitely happening. Mentioning XRP and the XRP community holders. That's not fluff. That is confirmation that everything we have been talking about, tracking for the past 5, 8, 10, how many years you've been here, the filings, your partnerships, the policy shifts, they are all finally converging right now. For years, they told you Ripple was fighting the regulators. Now, they're helping you write the rules, and those same rules will define how XRP becomes the settlement layer for institutional finance. So here's the truth, everyone. None of this is a coincidence. The timing, the filings, the partnerships, the political energy, it is all coordinated. We're watching the same blueprint that turned Wall Street into the global reserve system now being rebuilt on top of the XRP ledger. And when the switch flips, it won't be retail that benefits first. It's going to be the institutions who saw it coming. But guess what? You're early. Because while everyone's still distracted by ETFs, Ripple Prime just confirmed the next massive XRP move. This is the calm before the detonation. And you know what? I hope you're ready.